Welcome to the Lone Arranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, and yes, I am the Lone Arranger. Welcome to my show. This is a show where we talk about how to buy real estate, how to sell real estate, how to save money when you're getting a mortgage. What's the best type of mortgage for you and your family? Not every mortgage is the same for everyone. Some are maybe should be looking at FHA, some VA, some conventional, some maybe jumbo, some maybe USDA, zero money down. The Lone Arranger has them all. That's right. I got to tell you something. I think that my company offers more loan programs than any other mortgage company I've ever seen in the history of my 33 years in the business. Yes, that's right. 33 years in the business. At least it'll be 33 years on March the 18th. That is the anniversary that I will have been in this business for some time. Same location for like 26 years, right here in Winter Park at I-4 in Fairbanks on the Fairbanks Curve. Everybody knows that Fairbanks Curve, don't they? Well, let's talk a little bit about how to save money when you're buying a home and what is the best mortgage for you. So let's just start off with VA loans. If you're a veteran out there, there's a lot of companies out there that promote themselves as being the lender for veterans. But I'm going to tell you something. There is not a mortgage company around that you will find that has more experience with VA loans and caters more to a veteran than we do at CrossCountry Mortgage. We are a direct VA lender. See, what you may or may not know is VA does not loan money. They insure the VA loan. So they are like the PMI company for a VA loan. They don't actually loan money at all. They set the rules and the guidelines of what you need to do to qualify for a VA loan. And then us as lenders originate the loan, fund the loan, and then VA insures it. So we are experts on VA refinancing. You know, you can go up to 100% on a VA refinance. Your best options on a refinance for VA is going up to 90%. Now, if you're refinancing a VA loan to another VA loan and you don't need any cash out, you're just trying to lower your interest rate, you can do what's called an IRRL. That is an IRRRL for an interest rate reduction refinance. That's what that is. And we can handle that for you. We have experts in the field when it comes to that, and it saves you a lot of money. There's no appraisal necessary. But buying a home as a veteran, I have VA loans, 100% financing. Now, VA only allows for primary residence loans, but that doesn't mean you couldn't have bought a home using your VA, lived in it for at least 12 months, and then turned that into a rental property. I help a lot of veterans accumulate wealth by doing that. If you have any questions about VA, if you're active military or retired military, a veteran, just give me a call. I'm the Lone Arranger. You can reach me at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313, or go to my website at webringyouhome.com. You will get the service that you never got from VA. Okay, I don't believe that VA and our federal government has done right for you, the veteran. But I'm going to tell you something. I'll make up the difference for you. My team and I will be here to cater to you day and night, night and day, and we will do whatever we can to assist anybody that has committed themselves to our military in any capacity. So VA loans, we are experts. Let's talk about an FHA. Well, actually, before we talk about FHA, let's talk about the only other zero down payment loan that is available, and that is USDA. And yes, USDA is the United States Department of Agriculture, and they do not do loans either, but they insure loans just like VA does. So they set the guidelines to ensure 100% financing. Now, there's some strict rules that apply to this, and it's not for people that don't have pretty decent credit, but you don't need any down payment. Here's the pros of a USDA loan. Great interest rates, very low mortgage insurance premiums, very low, one of the lowest in the industry. However, they only will insure loans in certain geographical areas. What they look at as low density or rural areas. Now, you don't have to buy a farm to get USDA. I have done lots of loans in Lake and Osceola, Polk County, some in Volusia County, even some remote areas within Orange County, but almost nothing left in Orange County or Seminole County these days. But I will guide you in the right direction. I'll set you up so you have a direct link to the USDA website. The first step is to get pre-approved for USDA financing. They are pretty strict on credit scores. You got to have at least about a 645 bare minimum, and you cannot own any other real estate whatsoever, and you're not buying a home that's got a pool on it. The rest of it, if you qualify and your ratios are under 43%, total debt ratios, including the new mortgage payment, maybe USDA is the right option for you. Let me know. I have a team of experts on standby. Call me at 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313, or webringyouhome.com. What a perfect first-time home buyer program. It's a little bit more restrictive for many of you, but if you meet the guidelines for it and you can find a home that's in an area that's qualified, it's probably the best first-time home buyer program aside for VA. But of course, you have to be a veteran to get VA or active military. So USDA would be the second best for zero down payment loans available. Now, let's talk about the most popular first-time home buyer or a loan. You don't even have to be a first-time home buyer. You can own other properties. You just can't have another FHA loan. FHA, only 3.5% down. Here's the great news about FHA. Credit scores are flexible. Most lenders won't do a loan on FHA under 640. Some will go to 620. Some may go as low as 600. Not very many, though. But the loan arranger at CrossCountry Mortgage, Bruce Woodburn and his team, we don't even have credit score requirements. We don't look at what your credit score is. We look at the overall picture and whether that loan can be insured by FHA. FHA, again, does not do mortgages. They insure mortgages for you. That is called MIP, or mortgage insurance premium. So you can see all these different types of mortgages have different names for what they call the mortgage insurance on it. And FHA is a mortgage insurance premium, or MIP. USDA is a guarantee fee, and VA is called a funding fee. So now FHA, super flexible on credit, income, assets, a little bit more restrictive on things like student loans and things like that. But I'm going to tell you something. I do more FHA loans for first-time home buyers and people that don't have excellent credit than any other loan. It's a beautiful loan, great interest rate, low down payment, beautiful home to get started in. And right now, if you look at what your requirements are for FHA, FHA really did us right when it came to adjusting loan amounts. And right now, your loan amounts on FHA are pretty darn substantial. So you can get into an FHA loan at about $380,000 and still get in for very little money out of pocket. If you have a score less than 580, you will be required to put down 10%. But if you have a score at 581, I may be able to get you into the home with only 3.5% down. Doesn't get any better than that. Now, my team of experts here at CrossCountry Mortgage on the Loan Arranger team are also skilled in making sure they refer you to the right real estate agent. Why do I want you with the right real estate agent? Because if you're a first-time home buyer, you probably need a little help when it comes to your cash to close in terms of closing costs. So I want a realtor that's going to negotiate closing costs for you. Don't get fooled by a real estate agent that says that sellers aren't paying closing costs in this market. Is it harder? Yes. Is it possible? Yes. You just call me. I'll make sure that you go in the right direction and we get you with the right folks. I don't make any money by referring your deal off to a real estate agent, so don't think that there's anything other than me having a motivation to help you become a homeowner. That's the only reason. But if I know who you're using as a real estate agent, then we can work as a team in concert to make sure that it's best for you. If you have questions about FHA loans, my team is here to answer all your questions. I do return phone calls on Monday. You can call me on my personal phone number, text me on my personal phone number, 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. or go directly to my website at webringyouhome.com. All of these programs offer you the ability to have 100% gift funds when it comes to your down payment and closing costs. So there are limitations, but there are very little limitations, and we know all the rules and how to navigate so that we make sure that you are getting the very best that's available. So now, from FHA, we're going to go to conventional loans. Conventional loans are the most popular loan, but there are more restrictions. Now, when I ask a real estate agent which is the best loan for a client to get when it comes to making sure that they're the most qualified, they always tell me conventional loan. The problem is they're not correct. Yes, you are not correct, Mr. and Mrs. Real Estate Agent, because a conventional loan is not the most safe loan for a client to get into. The safest loan for a seller to choose when evaluating multiple offers is the loan that the client is most qualified for, not the type of loan, but how well is that client qualified. I can show you a VA loan with a zero down payment borrower that's better qualified than one putting 25% down on a conventional loan. Excuse me. It just depends on how well that buyer is qualified. Now let's talk a little bit about conventional loans. What is the minimum down payment for a property that you want to buy as an owner-occupied property? What's your minimum down payment? Well, I can tell you what it is. It's 3%. So 3% down. So $300,000 house, $9,000 is all you need to get into that transaction. Now, if you go with a 3% down, the seller is limited to how much they can pay in closing costs, but it's pretty generous. They can pay up to 3%, so that would be $9,000 toward your closing costs. That should get your closing costs covered in their entirety, at least for the most part, depending on the property that you're buying. Your next down payment requirement, if you are not a first-time home buyer, is 5% down. 5% is very, very popular, and anytime you're putting less than 20% down, you are subject to private mortgage insurance. So private mortgage insurance, some people go, oh, I don't want private mortgage insurance. Let me tell you something, folks. Private mortgage insurance is amazing. It's great. Now, when I'm teaching classes to real estate agents, they'll look at me like I've lost my mind. What do you mean private mortgage insurance is great? We don't want private mortgage insurance. Let me tell you, folks, if it wasn't for PMI, MIP, funding fees, or guarantee fees, all of you would be forced to put down 20%, and only about 15% of the American population would be a homeowner. The rest of you would be renting from people like me. So PMI is amazing. We'll get rid of it later. It's okay. You're leveraging money. You're putting less money down. Quite frankly, every house I ever bought, I paid PMI on it, and I made more money than those who can save 20% to put down. All right, next step, 10%. As the more you put down, the lower your PMI factor gets when it comes to conventional loan. And how are credit scores evaluated on a conventional loan? Well, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are what are called the agencies that insure the loans and create the guidelines for all of us in the lending industry for conventional loans. So Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac do what's called risk-based pricing. What does that mean? It means the higher the risk, the higher your rate. So when you're shopping around for a mortgage and you have a 620 credit score, are you going to get the same interest rate as the buyer that's got an 810 credit score? No, you're not. You're not. It's not going to happen. So when it comes to conventional loans, the higher your score, the better your rate. The higher the mortgage, the better the rate. The more the down payment can sometimes be a benefit. But I've seen clients that have put 5% down and I was able to get them a better interest rate than putting 20% down. Why? Because Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac believe that if there's mortgage insurance on a mortgage, you're a lower risk. I think that you're a lower risk by having more skin in the game, but Fannie and Freddie don't believe so. So their pricing engines price you higher with more money down. But listen, it's inconsequential. I don't ever want you to get caught up on a mortgage because you're putting more money down and the rate might be slightly higher. I'll be back in 5 more minutes with more of the Loan Arranger radio show with Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. Stay tuned. I got a great market update. Don't go anywhere. WeBringYouHome.com. Welcome back to the Loan Arranger radio show. My name is Bruce Woodburn. We got a 5-minute segment here, so I want to wrap up a couple of really important things for you. I know you're really busy today. It's Sunday, and we're always working around the house, getting things fixed up, cleaning up the house, doing our yard work. Maybe you're hanging out on your way to church, on your way back from church, but I want all of my loyal listeners out there to hear me. And I am committed in 2022 to helping the most first-time home buyers I've ever helped in one 12-month period of time. Now, I think I've averaged, and I haven't got solid numbers. I have to go back and look at my last 33 years in the business, but I think I'm solid for about 25 new first-time home buyers per month on average. I want to do 50. Why do I want to do 50? Because it's the first-time home buyers that are getting squeezed out of the market. Last year, at this time, your median sales price was $275. Right now, it's $325. Okay, what do you think that's doing? That's $50,000, and it's actually coming up closer to $330. But think about this. If you were to make $60,000 a year on your home just for the next 2 or 3 years, you're going to have $120,000 to $180,000 in equity in a home. This price is going to continue to go up in value because of inflation. We're not getting anywhere with inflation. And if interest rates go up 0.5 point, on a $325,000 house, it's going to cost you $200 more a month. If a house goes up $50,000, it's going to cost you $200 more a month. So if we add $50,000 to the price and 0.5 point in interest rate, your same house is going up $400. I want to help you get into a house right now before they get out of whack. So I'm super committed to my first-time home buyers. So you stop everything and you call me at 407-706-3313. 407-706-3313. I will help you. Go to my website at WeBringYouHome.com. So, first-time home buyers, FHA, VA, USDA, conventional 3% down, the best programs out there. I don't even have credit score requirements on FHA. If you qualify, I close it. I will connect you with the best possible real estate agent. If you don't have one, call me so I can get my real estate agents that I work with to work hard to negotiate closing costs for you. Super important. Now, I want you to I'm asking you to do me a favor, okay? I really need you to help me out with this because I know you're a great listener. You're a loyal fan. You're committed, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Many of you I've gotten to know on a personal basis. Why? Because I care about you, and you have cared about me, and I want to thank you for that. But I'm committed to helping me get my views up on my YouTube channel. So you know that I broadcast this station on my Sundays at 11 o'clock, but I also put it on Spotify and iHeartRadio, but it's also on my YouTube channel so people can view it and go back later and watch it if they missed the show. And I also use it as a training program. Now, I'm going to ask you to stop and go to Bruce Woodburn, the Loan Arranger, not the Lone Ranger, but Bruce Woodburn, the Loan Arranger YouTube, and subscribe to my channel. You're not going to get junk mail. You're not going to get anything. You're just a subscriber, but it'll help me move up higher in the ranks. And I'm just asking you to help me out with that if you don't mind, even if you're not interested in buying or refinancing a home. Now, for those of you that have not refinanced yet, interest rates are already going up. It's already happening. We lost 50 basis points on Friday. We lost 116 basis points the week before. That's driving interest rates up. Whatever was at 0 points 2.5 weeks ago is at 1.5 points today. Let's stop the bleeding and help people get into a home right now. Call me, please. And if you haven't refinanced yet, call me now at 407-706-3313 or go to my website at webringyouhome.com. I'll be back in 5 more minutes, and we're going to discuss market conditions and what interest rates are doing and what to expect in 2022. Stay tuned. WeBringYouHome.com, 407-706-3313. Welcome back to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, and I'm the Lone Ranger. Why am I a Lone Ranger? Because all I do is arrange loans for you, your family members, first-time home buyers, move-up buyers, vacation home buyers, investment buyers, whatever it is. Refinance, cash out, no cash out, eliminate private mortgage insurance, consolidate debts, pull money out to buy other investments, maybe another piece of property, convert from 30-year to 15-year to save you thousands, if not tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest. I will consult with you, and we will help guide you in the direction that suits your needs best. When it comes to refinances, I'm going to tell you something. I discourage about 50% of the people that call me from refinancing, where other lenders will encourage you to do that. Why? They're only concerned about them and their next transaction. Me, I'm not concerned about me or my next transaction. I'm concerned about you and how you feel about me and the trust level that you have in my team and I, so that you're confident in referring your friends and family to me. I think a lot of folks that should have thought about refinancing, the reason they shouldn't refinance is because of the cost to refinance versus the savings. So some of you should. You know, there's a report out by the National Association of Mortgage Brokers recently that said that 70% of people that should refinance did not even refinance. Now, come on, folks. Interest rates were a lot lower 6 months than they are today. They're still unbelievable. They're still incredibly low, but they're not where they were. I mean, I was locking in conventional 30-year fixed-rate loans in the mid to high 2s and 15-year loans in the low 2s. I even locked in one client at 1.99% at one point. But those days are gone. They're in our rearview mirror. Rates are going up. The Federal Reserve is going to raise rates. We are experiencing massive inflation. You can thank your government for that. And it's not going to get any better anytime soon. The good news is that houses will continue to go up in price. So if you're a homeowner, you're going to be in great shape. If you're not a homeowner, you better get to be a homeowner darn fast. Listen. If you're a renter, I'm just going to call it like it is, okay? I know a lot of people might just want to tread a little bit lighter on this, but that's not my style. Look, if you're a renter, you are truly sitting on the sidelines of life, watching all of us make money in real estate. That's what you are. You are a tenant on this planet. You're not a homeowner. You're not a landowner on this planet. I mean, come on. Luke Bryan, I know he's one of the singers, has a song, But You Can Buy Dirt. It's true. Buying dirt is super important, that you've got a piece of this planet. Let me help you have a piece of this planet. I'm telling you, do you know that 60% of Americans are homeowners? 60% of American families are homeowners? Where do you fall in that category? Do you have a friend, a family member, or a relative that's currently renting and you know they should buy? Then help them out. Send them to me. Guide them to me right now. 407-706-3313. There's not a mortgage company around that is more conscientious about their clients. There's not a mortgage company around that has better loan programs or lower interest rates. There's not another mortgage company around that is a direct lender that has better products or service than I do, the Loan Arranger at CrossCountry Mortgage. 407-706-3313. Now, I have special programs that our federal government and state government does not provide. Do you know that our state and federal government have no special programs, interest rates, or reduction in closing costs for law enforcement, first responder, healthcare workers, or educators? That's right. There is no program. There's some private programs, and I think most of them are bumpkiss. I mean, really bumpkiss. So, and don't get lured into them, because a lot of them have a lot of strings attached. If you want a real program that's going to help you save money, and you fall into the category of law enforcement, first responder, healthcare worker, or educator, you stop everything. You write down my phone number at 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313, or go to my website at webringyouhome.com. My team is dedicated to making sure we help each and every one of you become a homeowner, and I'm committed in 2022 to helping more first-time home buyers than I've ever helped in my entire career. I want to help you, and I want to help you now before prices continue to go up. Now let's talk about some other news. If you bought a home last year and you were paying low taxes and your taxes were adjusted, or you bought a home and your insurance just went up like mine did, you may have an escrow shortage, and the mortgage company is going to jack up your payments pretty considerably to make up the shortage and to cover the shortage for the future years. So it can be a little bit strenuous. You pick up the phone and you call me at 407-706-3313. We'll help you get that all in line so that all your numbers are right, and they don't stress your family out moving forward in the future. If you bought a home in 2021 and you have not filed for homestead exemption, do it now. Do not procrastinate on that. I'm telling you right now, you will pay dearly for it if you don't file for homestead exemption. Now you have to occupy the home that you bought, but if you do, and it has to be a primary residence, you qualify for at least $25,000 reduction on your taxes, your property taxes. So don't forget to do that. Now, if you are listening to me now, you would kindly do me a favor, pick up your phone and pull up Siri or whatever Android has, and ask Siri to connect you with Bruce Woodburn, the Loan Arranger YouTube channel, and then subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get higher in the ranks, and I need all my friends out there to just help me out with that. It's just going to help me bump up in the ranks a little bit. So I'd be greatly appreciative if you did that. Now, let's switch gears and talk about what's going on with interest rates. They're going up. So last week, we had a couple of good days and a couple of not good days. But Friday, we ended up where we lost over 50 basis points on the bond market. There was just a lot of economic news that came out that was sour and caused the bond market to erode a little bit. And that knocked up the cost of a mortgage by about a half a point. Now, I'm not talking about a half a point in interest rate. Mortgages aren't evaluated by rate, believe it or not. You might think they are, but they're not. They're evaluated by what's called the discount. And the discount is a fancy term that mortgage banking industry uses to talk about the price of the loan in terms of loan cost. Now, that's a little esoteric for you, but I'll put this in perspective. For every point that the bond market deteriorates, it costs you 1 point in closing costs. That's not me. That's just the way the federal government works. So whatever loan, let's just say that last week you could get 3% and no points. Well, now 3% would cost you half a point. But that's not the whole news. The week before last, we lost 116 basis points. So altogether, that is 170 basis points that we've lost in a 2-week period of time. Well, 170 basis points that you lose cost 1.75 points. So if you were looking at buying a home and getting a mortgage, and let's just say you were getting a $325,000 mortgage, then that just cost you an extra 1.7%, $5,525. That's what it cost you. Now you know why I've been pushing people to get qualified and get a mortgage right now, whether it's a refinance or a purchase. Stop waiting. It's going up. It ain't going to go down. The Fed hadn't even raised the Fed rate yet, and they're promising to raise it 3 times. What do you think is going to happen to interest rates? We're going to easily see the mid-4s, maybe even the 5s by the end of the year. It's not unlikely. So refinance or buy now. Let me get something locked in for you before they get out of hand. I can still get your rates in the 3s. Some of you that might have low credit might even be pushing the 4s right now, but it's still a good rate. Do it now. 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. Now, let's switch gears for a little bit and talk about jumbo loans. A jumbo mortgage is any mortgage that exceeds $647,000. So call it 648. It's almost 647, 680. So any mortgage that exceeds that amount is called a jumbo loan. Now, when it comes to jumbo, you are required, or your best possible interest rates require 20% down. So if you're buying, say, an $800,000 house and you put down 20%, that's 80% loan to value, then you are falling within conventional loan. So you're okay. You're not into jumbo. But let's just say you are into jumbo. You're buying $1 million or $1.5 million or $2 million. Well, that's called a jumbo loan. I've got the best jumbo rates in the market, guaranteed. 20% down, unbelievable interest rates. Call me immediately at 407-706-3313. Now, let's just say that you're one of my astute, high-end buyers, and you don't want to put down 20%, but you got 20% to put down, but you're like, Bruce, man, I'm making 20% return on my investments in the market. Why do I want to pull that money out and put it down on a house? Do you have any other options? I got the best jumbo low down payment loan of any mortgage company in the market. You call me, I'll compare. You won't find anything even close. So listen to this. I'll do up to $1.5 million loan amount with only 3.5% down. That's a down payment of 3.5%. That's like an FHA loan on a jumbo. Now, you might think, Bruce, that's got to come at a pretty steep cost, pretty high interest rate. I have interest rates that I can still get you in the 3s, okay? Now, here's something even better, because my jumbo rates are in the low 3s or 2s. So my low down payment jumbo rates are still in the 3s, maybe in the higher 3s, but listen to this, 3.5% down up to $1.5 million, no PMI. No PMI. Do you know what your PMI would run you at a 3.5% down loan if you could even get PMI on that? Well, let's just $1.5 million, and that would be times 1.25%. It cost you about $18,750, which would be about $1,562 a month if you could even get it. So why do you even want it? I got a loan with no PMI, 3.5% down, up to $1.5 million. I'll even go to $1,750,000 with only 5% down. Ain't nobody got that program. Loan Arranger's got that program. All you got to do is call the Loan Arranger at 407-706-3313. 407-706-3313. Call me. I'll help you with that. I've got every program. Construction perm, renovation loan, first time home buyer, jumbo 3.5% down, VA, FHA, USDA zero down payment. There's no reason to go anywhere else. There's only 2 types of loans I don't do, land loans and commercial loans. And I can refer you to a good commercial lender if you want one. Land loans, commercial loans. Now, construction perm, I got an amazing construction perm program, and I'd love to help you, because if you don't want to buy a production home and you can't even park your jet ski in the side yard, then call me. I'll help get you into a construction perm loan for little money down, very little money down. I have conventional up to 10% down. I have VA at 5% down and FHA at 5% down. There's not a lender I know around that'll do those loans for FHA and VA. Not one around. I got them. The Loan Arranger has them. So if you're a builder and you're building between 5 and 15 homes a year and you got good credentials, you call me. I can help you with a lot of clients. If you own land, then call me. I can help you build a house on it. If you want to buy land, call me. I'll connect you with a real estate agent that'll help you buy the land. 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. I'll be back in 5 minutes with the last segment of the Lone Ranger Radio Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome back to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. We got about 4.5 minutes to wrap up this show and get all the things out that are super important to you so that you know exactly what's going on in the real estate and mortgage industry. Why do you care? Maybe you already own a home. Well, maybe you know somebody that needs to refinance, or maybe you know somebody that's currently renting right now. So, a lot of my audience out there that refer clients to me, they're not even the ones that buy or refinance. They just know and can count on me that I'm going to take really good care of their friends and family. So they refer me to you. And I appreciate each and every one of you for that. You know you can count on me. Here's the reason. Some people say, well, why would I use you? Are you any lower or any better rate than everybody else? Well, I might be. I very well might be. I'm a direct lender. I'm in all 50 states. I have very high buying power. Our rates are extremely competitive. I think they're lower than the average in the market. But here's let's just say that my rate, rocket rate, everybody's on the same page. Because at the end of the day, we're all buying mortgage-backed securities, so nobody's rates are really significantly better or worse than anybody else's. Some lenders may be excessive in fees. I see that all the time. Some lenders are walloping you guys on points. I don't like that. I see that quite frequently, especially with the big ones, the ones that send up missiles into the air or call themselves the missile lender. But I tell you something. I am appreciative that you count on me. Here's why. I'm here. I return phone calls, personally return phone calls. My team are experts. They're not phone solicitors that take messages. They are truly experts in the industry. They're all licensed in the state of Florida. I have branches throughout the country. I can help you in any state around. I have every loan program conceivable that you would ever need. FHA, USDA, VA, conventional, jumbo, construction perm, renovation loans, first-time homebuyer programs, assistance for law enforcement, first responder, teachers, and educators. I've got everything. I give you information on how to save you money, how to negotiate a transaction, how to pick the right real estate agent, how to negotiate the best possible purchase for you, how to get a great refinance. I'm here to help you with all of it. Why? Because I care. Why? Because I'm your neighbor. I live here in Central Florida. I'm not broadcasting this show from some out of state where a lot of these folks are. You think they're local? They're not local. Okay, my office is at I-4 in Fairbanks. Been here for 25 years. Been in the mortgage business for 33 years. I've got 4.9 plus Google rating and Zillow ratings. Why not choose somebody that cares about you? A local business person. Your local guy in the industry right now. I promise you can count on me and my team to really take good care of you. Our customer service is over the top. Why? Because I'm a stickler when it comes to doing business with you, and I want you to give me good customer service. So I expect that you would want the same from me. That means return phone calls promptly, return emails promptly, meet with me in person. A lot of people don't want to do that anymore. Oh, let's just Zoom or text you, okay? Great. You want to do that? Fine. You come in and shake my hand? Let's shake hands and get to know each other. Let's establish the relationship. I find that our youth has gotten away from that. Heck, when my daughter dates by TikTok and Instacart or whatever it is these days, I don't even understand that. I want to see you face to face, eye to eye, belly to belly. Let's get to know each other. Let's establish a relationship so that I can count on you and you can count on me. That's called a relationship, you guys, not a Zoom. So if that's what you're looking for in a mortgage company, stop everything. Save my phone number in your phone, 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. Or go to my website at webringyouhome.com. And please, go to my YouTube channel at Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Arranger YouTube channel, and subscribe to my channel. It's just going to help me get up in the rankings, and I'm just asking for your help if you could kindly do that for me. Pick up your phone right now, Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Arranger YouTube, and subscribe now. I'll see you next week, same time. Actually, I'll be able to talk to you on Saturday on the Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger Radio Show. See you then. Have a great Sunday. God bless each and every one of you, and thank you so much for the opportunity to help you.